Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our review of Better Call Saul Season 6, Episode 5. Or should I say, welcome to the ring. I mean, put her there, put her there. Like, okay,
What's happening?
listen, Jimmy, I have never had more in common with you than I did getting your butt kicked by. I feel like Howard would also beat me up 12 ways to Sunday, so you know what? I feel you, but I wouldn't have even gone in that ring. I'm just saying.
I have never gotten into any kind of fight in my life. The most that's ever happened is my cousin punched me in the face
What?
when I was getting really tired. Listen, here's the story. I was getting really tired. We were driving around New York. I asked her to pinch me in the arm to make sure I stayed awake, and she went, boop. I
Wow.
love her, though. I love you, Michelle.
So this has been a very informative video so far, and as we
I can
can
take a punch in the face.
congratulations, you are a step higher than me, and we will talk about Jimmy getting himself whooped by Howard, plus also Lalo. Oh, Lalo. So that's such
He's back.
man. Okay, Twitter, you guys. You guys are a little too thirsty for Lalo. I saw what people were saying in there about Lalo with the suit. They were feeling Lalo a little bit too much.
All right. Listen, I'm glad he's back, but not like that.
No, no.
I am not thirsty for Lalo, but I really like this character. I am glad he's back.
Well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, everybody, because like this season is really blowing by. Like, I can't believe we're only just a couple of episodes away from it going on hiatus.
At least we know when it's going to be coming back, and it's going to be back in July. So, I mean, it's not too long of a wait, but, we're still going to have to wait. But we are going to have The Boys kicking off next month. So, if you're watching that, we're also watching that. So, hit that subscribe button.
Okay, let's just start with Lalo because that's where this episode ended on.
Yep.
I felt like he's so charming, and I think certain moments that like it's so easy for people to get sucked in with him, and Verna's widow, I felt so bad for I thought she was gonna die, honestly, for at least the last few minutes of this.
Oh yeah, I was worried about her. I mean, I didn't think she was gonna die. I think Lalo really does want to keep as low of a profile as he can, considering that people think he's dead. He wants to make it that way so that it really sinks in that people think he's dead, even though there are people obviously that do not think that he's dead. But he doesn't know that. So low profile.
This dog, it was this dog's barking that really made me think that everything was going to go awry. That this dog is just gonna like chase down Lalo. She was gonna see him, and then somehow, some way, I think a
Yep.
part of it is Werner's own widow just thinking her dog is yappy and is not really up to anything that important is a big factor here.
Listen, sometimes when they bark for no reason. I have a dog is the way that it works out,
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Congratulations, Werner's widow, for knowing your dog so very well. Now, I thought this whole sequence at the end, it did take a long time to kind of get to what is a pretty simple point, but I'm not going to lie that I enjoyed the little journey here, and it is just nice to have this character back, wicked and manipulative as he may be.
No, it took a little while to get there, but I am fine with a slow ride with a nice build up. This was very suspenseful. I wasn't completely sure how it was all going to play out, but no, it played out great. It's great to have him back. We know that he is coming back for some revenge, and, he's getting his ducks in a row.
I think they're really playing all this out well because I think on one side of this you've got Gus and Mike, and I think
Yeah.
both of these guys are very much aware of the fact that they know Lala is going to be coming for them eventually, and it's just sort of this constant nag in their head of, okay, how is it gonna happen? How can we prepare for this? I mean, we already know what they're doing watching Jimmy and Kim.
Poor Gus. I feel bad for him, and it's so weird to say
I
that
know.
because I know who he is and what he does. But just the same, like, he is really on edge, and like you can really feel it.
He can't even take the orders at Los Pollos Hermanos the right way. Gus would fire himself
I
if he
know.
could see this. He is deviating from the primary, fast food chicken establishment norms that have been established.
No, it's rattling him in all the wrong ways.
And Mike, Mike's entrance into the Mike, you are too old for this, you know what, being stuck in a trunk of a watching Jonathan Banks roll out of a trunk of a I just imagine his day on set. They're like, you want me to do what?
Yep.
All of this sequence I think was great, but at the same time it also showed fully, okay, this is how deep everyone is into this. This is how paranoid they all are. And it's interesting because Lalo, I know that there's other people in the Salamancas. You got the cousins, you got Hector, you got all these different factors, but it feels like it's really just one man that everyone is collectively so terrified of.
Yeah, and I completely understand. He is terrifying as well as charming. He is a problem. So I get why Gus is on edge.
I have a title for the Lalo spinoff show. Please don't leave this video after I say this.
No.
Are you guys ready for Lalo Palooza?
Oh,
there we go.
Unsubscribe.
No, don't. It is. Listen, okay. How have I not thought of this before now? That is really the question I'm currently wondering. All right.
Oh, I'm going to unsubscribe
Okay,
from
no,
our own channel.
no. We are keeping it in. We're not editing that out. Lalo Palooza.
All right, let's talk about that Howard fight because, you know, it felt like Jimmy knew that he needed to give Howard something. I mean, Kim called it out at the end where Jimmy's just like, I don't know why I turned around. I don't know why. And she's just like, you know what's coming for him. And Jimmy's not all bad. Like
No.
he is got a lot of good in him. He does care about people. I know he wants to do right by the Sam with Sandpiper and get that all like squared away and help everybody. And he wants to help himself, but I don't think he really wants to kick Howard down this hole as hard as he has to. It's just, what do you do, right? He kind of has to suck it up.
There are certain things that I think in this world you have to do what you feel needs to be done. And I think Howard is sort of this casualty of a larger situation that is going on. Because, yeah, I think that does Jimmy resent Howard? Sure. But I think there's a big difference between resenting Howard and then wanting him to be entirely ruined.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he and Kim want to get their share of the money out of this whole Sandpiper thing,
Yeah.
for sure. And we saw Howard standing up in front of everybody being like, hey, basically we can squeeze a little more out of them and don't you deserve it? And, everyone's kind of like, yeah, we do, but like, look around. Like, how long are we all going to be here to actually get the benefits of this if you guys drag this out for years on end? And they're not wrong. And
No.
so Jimmy and Kim, while they're going about it in a real shady way that is going to put like a world of hurt on Howard, I just think they feel like hurt the one to help the many, as well as themselves.
I think they're moving towards what they feel in their head is this really specific end game. But yeah, this totally redefines the phrase taking it on the chin, because this is a really big sacrifice for you to make, Jimmy, to just allow Howard to have this win by just beating the snot out of you in something you clearly... It felt like Howard has had multiple boxing lessons in his life, and the only analogy I can think of is, you and I, we're both big gamers, and it's like playing a fighting game for the first time, like Street Fighter, against someone who really knows what they're doing, and you're just like mashing all the buttons, hoping that something will work. That was Jimmy in the boxing ring.
I'm laughing because I'm a gamer, but I'm also a button masher when it comes to fighting games.
We have both been button mashers.
I'm not like much of like a fighting game type of gamer.
Unfortunately,
I'm like a first-person shooter kind of gamer.
Well, I guess the big difference here is sometimes when you do the button mashing, it can actually work. You have won some battles doing that.
Yes, I have.
Jimmy was not winning any battle doing that here.
Far between.
No, I think ultimately, though, the biggest takeaway from all of this is that Howard is not a moron. I think the moment that Cliff Main has started to clue him in on some stuff, I think it is Howard having that light go off in his head of, okay, who is shady enough and dedicated enough to pull something like this off, and just like boom in his head immediately, oh, it's Jimmy.
Yeah, and he lures him to this boxing ring. He gets in the hits, and I was kind of like, where is this going? Like, did Howard really just want to beat the snot out of him? But looks like he's gonna have somebody tailing him.
I think he wanted multiple things out of this situation. I think he wanted, the right arm of the law, or I guess that's the right hand of the law, and then he also wanted his whole, underground part of it as well, because, Howard doesn't want his reputation to be wrecked.
Oh.
I think he also, he did care about Jimmy. He cared certainly about Chuck once upon a time, and I think he wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt for as long as he could.
I was kind of surprised when he heard that it was Kim that Cliff met with, that wasn't the first call he made, because I mean, she sort of came up in his firm. He's known her
Yeah.
since she first started in this whole business, that he might think that he can actually reason with her where he knows he can't reason with Jimmy. Jimmy has done some stuff already, the bowling balls, all that he knows that there is no real way around this except to just follow him, whatever he's doing, get to know about it first to try to find a way to stop it.
What did you think about H.O. Ward as a
I
cover
loved it.
name?
It was so good.
Howard,
Mr. Ward.
Howard is the guy who shows up to the barbecue with all these dad jokes written down. He's just ready to fire off at you to be entertainment.
And then he'll break your nose.
apparently he will break your nose. I think we have a pretty good sense of where Howard is in all of this now. I think the obvious big interesting question is, where is Howard's end game going to end up being? Because it does feel like Howard is going to be ruined through all of this.
It does. What it feels like, this is just a guess, a theory, is that he is hoping that the person he's going to have tailing Jimmy is going to be able to catch him doing something illegal. And then he can just pull away his license again, or put him in jail, or really put the law down on him to be like, this is what you get when you're screwing around with the law. You're a lawyer. You shouldn't be doing this. Did you not already learn your lesson with everything that happened with Chuck? And then you lost your license and now you're doing it again. All right, cool. How about a second time around?
It's interesting you bring that up, because my initial thought in my head here is, this is just because, I've had this theory for a while that Kim is eventually going to end up in prison. I don't believe they're going to kill her, because they've already killed Nacho. They've killed plenty of people on Breaking Bad. I think I just want to hold out hope that she lives, but I think something obviously terrible is going to happen here. So I'm just kind of wondering, what if one of these people who Howard has hired ends up seeing Kim commit some sort of illegal act, and then she gets busted. But then it's also is Kim really going to be, that dumb to commit something that's obviously a crime where somebody could see her?
I think it's difficult when you don't know you're being tailed, right? I mean, your theory could definitely come to life here if this is sort of what Howard's end game is he's trying to find something on Jimmy, but it accidentally turns into finding something on Kim.
There is some good news for Jimmy/Saul in this episode. He's got Francesca back. Isn't that great, despite having to double her current best salary?
Listen, I'm just glad that he's got his business back together. Watching Jimmy not have his law license was tough. So, you know what? It's working out. He's got his new office. He's got the toilet in the corner. He's got a fold-out desk for Francesca. Things are looking up.
It is a very slow looking up for him.
I know.
The thing is that I know we only have so many episodes left, and we all know where Jimmy sort of ends up in all of this. It's just I don't want it to be we blink our eyes and then Jimmy's kind of got his whole empire, top of the line, fancier office, and his metaphorical palace that we sort of saw at the start of this season. It's I do want to savor some opportunity to see him grow over time, and I have this fear that we're about to really be moving super, super fast.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many episodes this season, so
No.
I mean, it is gonna have to kind of ramp up.
Well, I just feel like we are in a good spot. We still don't have an episode as impactful as the one a couple weeks ago where Nacho died, but I still think they're you're setting the table. We're kind of getting a chance to sample some various things,
Yeah.
you know, see our buddy. Well, I guess I shouldn't call him our buddy. Lalo should not
Oh
be
my
our buddy.
God,
But see,
that.
Lalo, you know, continue along
His
journey.
charisma is working.
What can I say? You know, it's I don't know if it's the mustache. It's just like I am really.
I like how you touched your head. It's the mustache.
Okay, I don't
What
have.
is happening here?
I don't have any hair, and so with that in mind, I don't know what part of the head the hair is supposed to go. So maybe that's my problem. I don't know, but anyway, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of our other Better Call Saul reviews. Hopefully, this season or at least these next couple episodes leave us off in some really big, exciting ways.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Matt and Jess TV, and we will see you here next time.